Welcome back. This is the day after I caught that salmon just a bit further downstream from here. This is where I got the sea trout from yesterday. 17th of September today. I've had a bit more rain early hours of this morning, so it's actually rose a bit further. It's about 2 foot on the marker, so it is slightly higher, 3-4 inch higher than it was yesterday. But as you can see, the colour's dropped out of it even more. So I think it's even better today, to be honest. Be better for spinning it as well. But I'm just gonna worm again. Worm here, and then I'll worm in that pool that I got the salmon in yesterday. Then I might get me spinning one out later. And I'm expecting another salmon today. Should get another one. It's great water, this. It's a bit too high for the spinner, but you'd be still able to fish it. I think it's better for worming, to be honest, this height. You don't have to cover like all of the beck. Very high hopes again for today. Hopefully I can get another salmon for you on video. Just got 4 large dendrobinas on. And again, I'm just pulling like half a yard of line out. If I get a bite, I'll give it a bit of line, like I did yesterday. The fish will just be in the side, like maybe a yard or 2 off the side. Don't have to cast off very far. And also, got my new SD card yesterday after we came back from fishing, so formatted that. So I'm using the new SD card, so it should be better quality than it was yesterday. Shooting 4K again. Produces a higher quality video, a lot smoother. Sit on this gate again, like I was doing yesterday. As you can see, it's dodgy, it's like. This is where I got my sea trout yesterday. If you've seen me previous video, should be getting a bite really shortly, I'd imagine. Just where this tree is usually. Couple more casts and then I'll go and fish the main pool further down where I got the salmon from. Fantastic colour to this beck. It's like sort of like there's like a greeny tint to it now, very slight greeny tint. It's like a light browny colour. It's absolutely bang on, to be honest, for worm, but even with a spinner you'll get them. It's 10 to 4. Gonna fish it till darkness, I think. I've noticed there isn't as many leaves today as well, so that's great. And it does like sort of affect the fishing because they hit your line, they drag your worms down. I tell you what, one last cast here. I'm quite surprised they haven't had a bite in this bit. Like, you usually get a bite here. We've had a good run of salmon this past week or two. There's actually quite a few fish about, surprisingly, because the recent years have been poor. This year's a bit better because I haven't actually that much this year. It's only really this week. The last, like, say, since Friday, Wednesday today, I've been putting in more time down the river because the bass fishing's just off at the moment. It's too windy, too rough. So the only way you catch bass at the moment is with bait. To be honest, I'd rather just come down the beck. It's better sport for me. I'd rather catch salmon and sea trout down the river. Even though if I went down the beach, pretty certain I'd be catching bass. But I do prefer this type of fishing to bait blasted. Even though I do enjoy both types of fishing, this is my preferred choice. Often when it's great fishing on the river, it's good fishing for the bass with bait. You've got to make a decision, you've got to sacrifice either the salmon and sea trout fishing or the bass fishing. Because often with southwesterly winds and westerlies, we get a lot of rain here in Cumbria. So that gets the fish running up the river. So I've had to sacrifice the bass for now, but it is what it is. I'm going to actually start at the tail end of the pool, like halfway down the pool today. The head of the pool, it's difficult to fish properly because it's like, there's a back eddy and it's moving back up the river, so it's dead awkward to fish like with worm. But I will fish it. I'm just starting halfway down it first because I want to get into the fish straight away, to be honest. And I know in this pool here, the tail end of the pool, always especially on a big scrub. It's exactly where I wanted that. I think I've got to leave here yet. It's coming through a bit quick, but I'll just let it continue. I'm getting a bite there, I think. Oh, probably wasn't. It was only shallow water there. Felt like a bite. I'm missing half a worm there. Could have been a bite. Probably been a smelt or a sea trout. You often find them laying just above the rapids in pools like this. Oh, right in the tree. Oh dear, what a bloody bad cast that was. Lost my worms, at least I've got my rig back. I'm lucky there, very lucky. Oh, that's a good dendrobian, look at the size of that one. There's a bite there, got a long knock there. This is difficult today. I haven't seen a bloody fish. Don't think I'm going to spend much longer in this pool. I'm going to fish at the head of the pool where I never catch out, and I'll go further down in the spots where I'm going to fish it. Just down the rapids there to my left. There's a bite there. That's a decent bite, that. A yard or two off the bank there. It's the first proper bite of the day, that. And I think it's took off. He's still there. There we are. Oh, I missed it. Damn. I was just about to pack up, but I'll have another cast now. Maybe I've been covering the wrong areas of the river. Could have been a salmon, but I reckon it'll have been a smelt or a sea trout. So I'm gonna jump in my car, drive downstream a bit. I'm gonna fish just below these rapids here, actually. Right, further down the river now, as you can see. 100 yards up there, that's where I was fishing before, in that big pool. And I just looked there, it's 1.5 foot on the marker, so it's dropping quickly. You don't really get it like this very often when the river's high like this. And it's like clearish. For this river anyways, quite a clear beck this for 1.5 foot. Fantastic. Should get something from this corner, I reckon. I reckon there'll be a few fish in this on this bend, so I should really catch something here, or at least get a bite. Gonna fish fruit with the worm first, and then I'll put a spinner on. Put a spinner for a bit. We've got the spinning rod with us behind us. I can probably see about a foot or two into the beck there. I can just about see the bottom in front of us. It's about 2 foot there. It's got a little knock there, a little nibble. Felt like a little nibble anyway. It's probably a trout. There we go, there's a fish there. The worm's coming through a bit quick, so it's not. There's a pull there. Just give a little bit of line. Yeah, that's a good pull, that. Got one, yeah, in there. Oh, this feels like a big fish, this. Feels absolutely, whoa! It's an absolute monster. Jesus. Massive cockfish. Bloody hell. When I first hooked it there, it wasn't even moving. It was like, it felt like a bit of rope or something. Christ. Gonna have to be careful with this fish here. The next further upstream as well. It's an absolute crocodile. Oh, look at the size of that. Oh, it's a beauty. I'm hoping it's hooked in the scissors, not too far deep. Like. It's gonna be a struggle landing this because, as I said, my net's further upstream. This is the biggest salmon I've had on this season, easily. Looks double figure to me anyways. Head shaking. Hopefully it doesn't shake the hook. Maybe not as big as I originally thought. Thought it was about 15 when I first hooked it, but it's still a good one. Like, it looks about 10 maybe. We'll see when I land it. It's gonna be hard to land because as soon as I touch the tail, it's just gonna shoot off. Strong fish. Shite. Oh no, it's gonna go down the rapids, isn't it? really awkward to land in this spot here. Looks like it's nearly ready anyways. There's a bit of a bank here that looks like it's ready there. Try and get it onto this bit here. A bit more of a bank here. Oh, that wasn't having it. Wasn't having that. Oh, don't go down them rapids, please. I have fish do this to me all the time. Love going down rapids rivers. If I had that net on us, would I add this by now, I would think. Oh, shite. Putting a lot of tension on this as well. Just keep it out them rapids. Guys down there, I think I'll lose it. Don't even want to touch it still because it'll just shoot off. I want to try and walk it back up the river towards my net if possible. Oh, friggin' hell, man. Really need a net here. There's the rapids, as you can see, it's just above them. We're in actually fast water, you know. Frig. See if we can get it here. There we go, I've got it. Get in. Get in there. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, that's a beauty. It's an absolute beauty. That's the biggest salmon I've had for ages, that actually. Lovely fish, look at that. Yeah, just took it right down. I'll get it out and I'll get it back soon. I'm just going to get my net and leave it in the net for a bit. It's not bleeding too much, thank God. It should go back, I hope it does. It's a bloody beauty. It's an absolute beauty. Look at the size of that. That could be the biggest fish I've ever had on worm, that. Because I usually get small ones on worm. Right, 75 centimetres. I'll get the hook out. What a bloody battle that was. Third salmon of the season as well, this. I'll take that. Come on, you can do it. Go on, Paul. Yes, go on. Just gonna watch this really carefully, like, there we go. Go on. Go on. There we go. And there we go, it went back, spot on. Thank God for that. Come on. Just put another hook on, rebaited. 4 dendrobaena, size 6 hammers and specimenide hook. Didn't need it to be a specimenide for that fish there. What an absolute whopper. That's actually the first time I've deep hooked a salmon in years, that. You wouldn't think it either, because people always say that when they're worming they deep hook fish. Most of them I'm getting in the scissors. I'm just going to put this net around my shoulder in case I get another one on and the same happens, because I would have had that in a bit sooner if I had this net. I'm just casting about mid-beck here. It's just coming down. It's trotting through really nicely, slightly slower than the current. Just bumping slowly down the riverbed. There's another bite there. Oh. That was a decent pull as well, that. Let's try that again. That could have been a decent fish as well. There we go. Go on. Bites again, I'm going to strike these. Dendrobaena from Willy Worms, and I'm not sponsored by him either. If he wants to sponsor us, he can send me a message if he wants. Giving him free advertisement here, like. You can always send me free worms, mate. Quite cheap anyways though. I get a kilogram for about £25 delivered, so they usually last me all season really. Got them in start of September. Got them delivered last week, 17th of September today. They will last till the end of October. Pretty certain about that, like. I usually go through about 10 worms in an hour, I reckon. Some days I'll just fly through them. because I'm getting loads of trout and smelt, and they'll just keep robbing my worm. And then other days, barely have to change them. This is usually a good taking spot here. Normally get bites here. Where that branch is overhanging there, seems to be a bit of a hot spot on this bend here. In the past it has been anyways. Just gonna fish the rest of this through with the worm, and then I'll go through it with the spinner as well. It usually takes about half an hour to fish through with the spinner, because I fish it slowly. I like to cover like every inch of the beck really. I fish it slower than most people. Oh shit, thought you had a spinner on there. What the hell was I doing there? Just because I was talking about the spinner, and I actually forgot that I had my worm on, even though I just bait my worm on. See that? Just seeing a splash there. That'll have been a fish just coming up the rapids. It just breached as it was like swimming rapidly up them rapids. Because I don't think a fish would have been laying in that fast water there. Like, there's actually quite a few fish about this year. I'm hearing reports of a few salmon being caught actually. More than previous years as well. I got 17 in 2020. That's my best ever season. 17 including one farmed fish. Them salmon farms in Iceland or something. Oh no, they're from Scotland. Them escaping farm salmon, Scotland. I got one of them and dispatched to that as well. I had to kill it. I didn't really mind because I like eating them. I had to kill it in case it spawned with the wild salmon and ruin the genetics. That's the reason why you have to kill the farm fish in rivers, because it'll mutate with the wild salmon and just sort of ruin them. And to be honest, it didn't even taste like a wild salmon. It tasted weird, a bit like a rainbow trout. It wasn't even pink either. The flesh wasn't even pink. It was like, yeah, like a rainbow trout colour, like quite a palish colour. And I've actually heard that the supermarket, they like dyeing them. They dye them pink to look like a proper wild salmon, but they're not. I personally think put like salmon juice in it as well. I personally think that it's artificial flavouring as well. The farm salmon that I had, it was silvered out as well, just straight from the sea. It didn't taste like the salmon like you get from supermarkets, because they taste quite nice. Mine tasted bland, really. That's it for the worming today. I'm gonna fish it through this flying sea now. Right, so I lost my spinner on the, I think it was the Friday. Right, yeah, so just had a bit of a whine to myself there, because pretty certain I had a spinner left. And I think even my brother or my dad's took it. I've got these ones here, but these are too light for fishing in this type of water. I need a bigger one than that. That's tiny. I don't even use that size anymore, they're too light. And they're for like trout and bass, pollock. So yeah, that's a shame, because I wanted to spin through this. So I'm gonna go back home and make some more spinners. I'll try and make like 2 or 3 of them, because I don't actually lose that many of them. But anyways, we got one in the end. 7:05. Been fishing since about 4:20, including the walking and the driving. 20 to 4. That's a good session that way. Chuffed a bit. That's the biggest salmon I've had in years as well, to be honest. I'll be down again first light tomorrow. Gonna go back home, make a couple of flying seas, down first light. So that's 2 salmon in 2 days now. Hope you enjoyed the video anyways. Give us a like, subscribe, share and comment if you fancy it, if you wanna. I'm on a roll at the moment. I'm catching plenty of fish. And thanks for all your subscriptions and likes as well, and your views and your clicks, shares and comments. Channel's doing well now, so thanks a lot for that. I appreciate it. Hopefully see you in the next video. Tight lines. See you later.